Okay, so let's go to Leo, which is going to be another interesting one because that's going to be the sun's ruling sign.
Yeah. See, now we got the light of the sun and the choices we make about that. The moon, the emotion, the moon's blocking out this thing, but the sun is also very ego driven.
That's right.
You know,
the sun's all about itself.
I'm the king.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, hang on. I'm not talking about the Leo in the room.
I'll put that one out there for you.
Yes, Greg, the Leo. Yeah.
So yeah, look, but you know, association of the sign of Leo is the lion.
That's right.
So you know, the lion roars. Anything that associated with Leo is something loud in the context of loud, as in it's big.
Yes, magnanimous. It's huge. You know,
what's a Leo moon? Extreme emotional theatre.
Yeah, can do their own head in by blowing things out of proportion at times.
Well, good.
Yes. Yeah. So the thing is with a new moon, I should say a solar eclipse or an eclipse. I'm getting all confused now. An eclipse in Leo. What are the Leo type things? So interesting enough, the sun itself can also rule authority.
Yeah. So the leaders might make an emotional choice rather than a reasoned choice. Exactly.
So there may be choices. It can also represent not so much the law, but the police or anyone that has some level of authority over you. Or
I would
over
put Capricorn in that one, in the police and the government and that sort of stuff.
Well, that's governmental. That's different. I'm just talking about more, general, or even more so your boss,
queens,
your boss at work, for example. Yeah. And that can be male or female, but it's the sun energy is usually someone who has authority over your decisions to some degree. You might find that the eclipse in Leo therefore means it's probably not the greatest time to take projects to authority to try and get things approved.
Yeah, and you might find, you know, it's the king and queen. Yeah. You know, it is the king and queen. So the queen has more authority over
the king at that point.
At that point, as I said, they're brothers and sisters from the Hellenic age of stories. We have the brother and sister, you know. So yeah, you know, it's
would it also be in some respects choices that you may have made earlier, if they've been purely egocentric, may come back to bite you at this point, that you may find that there are.
I would put things that bite you and come back to you in what we haven't spoken about in lunar eclipses.
Okay.
I think you gave a good summary of how the lunation cycle works, from a new moon to a full moon, and from the full moon to the waning moon there last time, how the growth culminates with the full moon and passes off. When we're talking about lunar eclipses, I would go with that with you with the lunar eclipses. We're talking about new beginnings.
New beginnings at the new moon. So
and the choices we make on those new beginnings.
Yes. So at that point in time, it might, as I said, it may not be a great time to make or start new things. A little bit like what we said about Aries being another fire sign, but I would sort of say I would say more so choices about yourself rather than projects. I would say as Aries. But choices around you, your vitality, your health, other things like that might also come into question or come into a little bit of reassessment, where you need to trust your intuition rather than just be, you know, relying on your reason to go, oh, no, I'm okay, you know, that sort of thing.
And I'd also throw in this one, you know, the lion and the lioness, the moon, the lioness. How does she perform with her cubs? Come near her cubs and what's she going to do?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's going to rip your head off. In actual fact, even if the male lion goes near her cubs, I think she still rips his head off.
She's going to be protective of her children.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's exactly right.
And I think that if I was looking at the common mundane thing out there, if I had a theatre production and So I might choose the wrong thing to include in the Lion Kings.
Okay, gotcha. So if you were putting a production together during that eclipse, you may, your choices or your decisions around it may not be best presented to the public. Yeah.
The people in the room are going to know.
Yes.
Because it's a Leo moon.
That's right.
You're going to know.
You're going to know what's going on.
What is